Hi, welcome to the Light Alignment. So today we're going to do pick a reading. We're going to look at tarot and fortune cards, but first up you need to pick a crystal. So today we've got rose quartz, this is going to be number 1, green adventurine, that's number 2, and strawberry quartz is number 3. So just take a moment and see which crystal you're drawn to. Or maybe close your eyes and see if a number pops into your mind. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, you've got a number? Awesome, let's go. Hi, I'm Jeanette. So let's jump into your reading today. Number 1, 2, or 3. We'll start with number 1. And we'll just shuffle some cards and see what jumps out at us. All right, I'm using the Greer deck. I love this deck. The colours are so bright and vibrant and they have a lot of meaning. And I've had these since I was a teenager. So as you can see, they're very loved. All right, that's 1 and 2. See what else we get. Anything going to jump? 3. That looks like 4 and 5. Okay, reading number 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So that's the tarot, and we'll just grab a couple of fortune cards. Sometimes they really help because they give us some clarification on what the reading's about, or just sort of adds another layer to it. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. What does my soul want me to know today? Number 1's 4. All right. So let's lay these out and we'll see what we get. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, some big changes happening. Nothing to worry about, I don't think. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, and that's the overall. We got the house. All right, so let's go from the beginning and let's see where we are. All right, number 1. So first up, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. To me, that's very much a card about learning new skills or about learning a new trade. So it could be like a new job where you're doing something a little bit different. Maybe you're upskilling, maybe you're still learning. And this is with the tree, and the tree is all about growth. So the time period that you're coming out of, so the energy that you've already been in, has been all about learning new skills, about working as an apprentice or learning something new, and about growth in your career and your personal life. Okay, so let's start at the center. We've got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is really a wise spiritual teacher. That's how I look at him. So this could be someone in your life. It could be you dealing with someone in authority, someone that you respect. Sometimes it represents church or state, so dealing with the government, or a priest or someone, a spiritual leader. But it's also crossed by the Ace of Rods. So in this context, I'm going to take it more as either a teacher or a guide who's helping with spirituality. And there's also crossed by the Ace of Rods, which is wands. And this to me is a new doorway. It's a new opportunity. Aces always represent a brand new doorway that you're walking through. So the Ace of Rods, that can be a spiritual awakening, which would make sense with the Hierophant. It could also be some new creative endeavor that you're about to launch into. So it's actually really, really positive. It's interesting too, because this card sits over the situation, the Four of Pentacles, and this one is about money coming in. So it's an inheritance, a gift. Sometimes it can be a retrenchment, a lotto win. It's basically just some money coming in that was maybe unexpected. And because it's with these two cards, it's interesting because it could actually be linked to whatever new project that you're doing, and you're doing it from your heart. You're doing it from spiritual inspiration. Maybe that's how we'll put it. Now, beneath you is the Seven of Cups. I don't know if you can see that. Seven of Cups. So to me, that one is about, you've been offered a whole bunch of choices. In one of those choices is exactly what you want. It's something that you've really been wishing for, really looking for. And it's almost like you can feel it coming as well. But the only thing with that card is that only one of these cups is genuine, and the rest are kind of confusing. I've heard this card called the card of delusion, the card of illusion. That's because, sometimes things seem too good to be true. Sometimes is true. They are too good to be true. There's things being offered here that aren't real, but in amongst all of that is a cup that has exactly what you've been searching for. So there may be this feeling in your gut of, look, I can feel something amazing is coming. I'm putting out this wish that I have to manifest. And it looks like you will be offered things, but just look at them carefully. Above you, you've got the Magician. Now, the Magician is amazing. It's an incredibly powerful card. The Magician basically is handing you the magic wand, and he's saying, here you go, you manifest, you create whatever it is you want to. The trick with this card, though, is that you really, really need to make sure that what you're focusing on, what you're dreaming about, what you're manifesting is what you really want and not what you don't want. I know that sounds a bit silly, and you'd be like, well, why would I manifest something I don't want? But if all your focus is going on things that you're worried about, then the universe goes, oh, that's what you want, I'll bring you more of that. So the Magician basically is saying, put all of your energy into what you do want to create. Because that's above you right now, that's very powerful, and it's interesting that it's with the Major Arcana and this new doorway. So there's definitely a new project, a new creative happening. You've also got the ring from the fortune cards with this in this line, and the ring always means a commitment. So it means a marriage, a contract, signing for a house, signing a new job, something like that. Something where you're actually committing to doing something, making a commitment. So that's symbolized by the wedding ring. Again, I feel like it's something really creative, some new project, perhaps more linked to work than love. The next thing coming in is the Eight of Pentacles. So again, more to do with the exterior world, the material world. So the Eight of Pentacles, to me, it's funny because you've started here. This guy is like the apprentice. He's learning a new skill. But then over here, he becomes the craftsman. So for the energy that's coming into your life is actually being rewarded financially in the material world for the skills that you have. And they're not brand new skills. They're not something that you just learned how to do. It's something that you're really talented at, something that you're really good at, something that you have skill and craftsmanship in. So that's the next energy coming in. Again, I'm really feeling like this is more work related, which is very exciting. Okay, so let's go over here. So this is what the energies that are coming in. Now, the Death card just means change. Don't worry, don't get concerned. There's no heartbreak cards. There's no emotional, drama anywhere in this reading. So to me, it's just big change. Again, that would make sense in a work context or in like what you're doing in the material world context, because you've got all these amazing new opportunities happening. And so this is, to me, is more like the door on the old closing. So the Death card here is in your environment. It's an outside influence, and it is a major change. Again, unless you've just left a job or about to make a big change, I would see that more as something outside of you. Maybe there are endings and big changes in your family or with the people around you. And again, maybe at work. All right, so here we have your hopes and fears and the outcome. So in your hopes and fears, you've got the Page of Pentacles. That pages are always messengers. They always bring you news. So a Page of Pentacles is going to bring you news about a new job, a pay rise, maybe about a course or an opportunity that you want to take. That very much is saying, look, here it is. So expect some news coming, a letter, a phone call about something new that you're about to do. The outcome you've got is overcoming conflict. So this guy basically struggles and struggles and struggles, and then at this point he rises above. He is successful in what he's focusing his energy on the project that he's working on the path that he's walking. So by the time he gets to here, it really is all about, wow, I've overcome the struggle, I've overcome the conflict, the battle to get what I want, to manifest what I want, and here I am. It's definitely a sense of achievement. It's definitely a like, wow, I've landed the job, I've started the business, I've achieved something, and I'm really proud of it. And it was a hard slog. I struggled, really pushed to achieve this thing. So he's done that now. And the fortune card that you've got with it is perfect, actually, because it is the key. It's the key to this doorway. And when your spirit guides hand you a key, it means that the door is ready to open. It's not locked. It's not closed anymore. It's ready for you to open and go through. So that's really, really lovely. Now, the overall card that you've got, I always ask for an extra card from the angels, is your house. So this card is all about your home. It could be your house, your flat, your apartment, your tent, your caravan, wherever it is. The focus for you will very much be on your home life, on maybe working from home improvements, improving your space. But no matter what, it's about your home and the family you create in your home. So that really is the overall message. So everything that you're doing, all the doorways you're walking through, the changes and the opportunities that you're taking, all of it is to give you solid ground, solid foundation, and to be secure and happy in your home and with your family. The crystal that we've chosen for this spread was rose quartz. Now, rose quartz is absolutely beautiful. It's such a gentle stone. It's suitable for lots of things. It's all about love. It's all about unconditional love. It's really about the heart chakra and self-love. And it's also about emotional healing, compassion, and harmony. So there are so many beautiful gifts here with the rose quartz. So that is linked to this reading. You could grab a stone, put it in your handbag, put it in your bedroom when you sleep. Just try and have some rose quartz around. It will really help this transition that you're going through, and it'll help give you the confidence and the self-love to actually open the doorways, go through and achieve what it is you're trying to do. So that's reading 1. Let's see what we've got today for number 2. Number 2. Reading for number 2. So the crystal for number 2 is green Adventurine, which is also, interestingly, a heart chakra stone. We're very heart-centered today. So the green Adventurine is about luck, growth, confidence, emotional balance. It's very calm and very empowering. So it'll be interesting to see what cards we get to go with this stone. It's also about your personal power too. About standing in your power and your truth. Okay, number 2, 3. 4. 5, 6, 7. Oh, that one jumped. 8. They don't want to go in, do they? All right, what do we want to do with this? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've actually got 11 cards, but those 3 just really wanted to come, so we'll go with it. If you're doing cards for yourself or oracle cards, and you find that, you know, you only wanted 1 or 2 and 3 jump out, then my advice is go with that, because your spirit guides obviously want you to hear that extended message. Sometimes also it means that that card, you know, that maybe it ends on a note that you're not quite sure about, or you'd like a bit more information on. So just choosing another card just gives you that little bit extra depth. All right, and that's 4. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what we have for number 2. Okay, 1. Oh, the Hierophant again. He's out and about today, isn't he? All right. That's interesting. We got the Tower twice. Okay. Let's start with the energies that are now moving out. So what you've got here is Justice with the Book. So Justice is all about legal. It's all about legal affairs. It's about signing contracts, anything legal, any legal documents, dealing with the court system. It's about things that have been unfair will come into balance, but in a legal sense, in a material world sense. So, yeah, so if someone's been done wrong, to me that card means that justice will prevail. Now, it's interesting because that's with the Book. Now, the book is closed, as you can see, and what the book means is that's sort of information about the future, information about what's happening. The book is closed, so it's perhaps there is a legal situation and you're really anxious about it or worried about it, but it's like the information you need isn't here yet. Like, you haven't been told the whole story, you haven't received all the information you need to make a decision. So let's see how we go with that and see if any of that information comes out. All right, so at the center here, we've got the 7 of Swords. Now, this one basically means to look carefully. And what's happening here is you're being offered something, but you're kind of not quite sure about it. It's like this card is basically saying to you, don't jump in. And it's interesting because it's crossed with the Tower. And basically the Tower is a massive, major change card, but it's also something that you need to not hang on to. So my analogy for this card is if you are in the Tower and the Tower's on fire, then honestly, sitting in your room in the top of the tower and saying, nope, I'm not going, this is my home, I'm not doing it, it's not actually going to achieve anything except you're going to burn alive inside the tower. Like, at some point with this change, you've got to just let go, you've got to have faith, and you've got to go with it. You just do. The more you resist, the more difficult it's going to be. So that's where you are right now. So that's really interesting because massive change and being offered something you're not sure of. Above you is the 6 of Swords. This one's interesting because this is sort of like, you're struggling a little bit and you're tired and you're still moving forward. And what's happening in this card is she is being helped across the water by this person. So you may find that whatever struggles and issues that you've had are actually going to ease now, and you will be guided across, you will be helped across the water. All you need to do, honestly, is just try not to resist, try not to fight it, try not to hang on to a situation that you know is over, is ending, is gone, and you can't change it. To hang on just causes you more pain. Beneath you is temperance. So temperance is all about balance. So this is very much about emotional balance and about balance and harmony and peace in your world. So that's beneath you. So that's something that's really driving you, something that you really want. Maybe it's something that you can feel is needed right now because there is so much other change going on. Interestingly, with you right now, you have the snake. Now, the snake you can take the snake two ways. You can take it as there is a person or a situation in your life right now where someone is being sly, where they're not telling you the whole truth, where, you know, there's a snake in the grass, there's a snake waiting to strike, or being underhanded and sneaky in the background. So that's one version. If this situation, if that is relevant in this situation to you, then I would take it that way. Otherwise, if there's not, then otherwise I would take it as transformation. A snake at some point goes along and sheds its skin. And when it does that, what it's doing is getting rid of the old, getting rid of the past, getting rid of beliefs that no longer serve you, just getting rid of all the baggage you don't need and shedding that skin to come out the other side. Like a caterpillar goes through the cocoon and comes out as a butterfly. It's a similar process. So to me, I think, you're going to have to judge which meaning is right for you. You could actually, to be honest, take it both ways as well, that maybe there is a situation or a person where they're not telling you the whole truth, but in this process, you are transforming. You are shedding your skin and shedding those things and those people who are not good for you and coming out the other side. Next, you've got the Knight of Rods. Now, knights ride in on their horses. This is about a decision. It's going to be, to me, I feel like it's going to be a quick decision because of the knight. And it's a decision that's coming in. It's something to do with work, maybe you're going on a journey. It's something new that you've started. And as I said, there's some decisions to be made, but it is very positive though. It's a very positive card. And this card is all about having faith, which again makes sense with the Tower. Just have faith, believe in the good. All right. Now this is you in this situation. Now it feels like you can see all of this stuff going on and it's all mental energy. It's all in your mind. So this card is about lying awake at night and worrying. It's kind of, he's waiting for the other sword to drop. The reality is that the sword doesn't drop and that he gets through that just fine. But it's, as I said, it's sort of taking a step back and stressing a little bit. With what's going on, I understand, of course, why you're stressing, but just know that that sword doesn't drop. There is change coming, but there's good, so much good on the other side of it that try not to do this. Try not to put too much energy and too much focus into worrying, into stressing, into basically telling the universe all the things that you're scared of. That is not the energy you want to put out. Okay. In your environment. So in your environment, you've got the Knight of Swords. Now, this guy almost goes with that, to be honest, because what he does is he sees the tower on fire and he says, right, here I go. I'm going to run in and save everyone. So he's very impulsive. This card is a warning about being impulsive, about running into the burning building. The advice from this card is to say, instead of running in, stop, have a look, How do you get in? Where would you put the fire hoses? Where would the ladders go? Where are the people? It's sort of taking a breath in and trying to figure out the best way to do something instead of just running in to do something. This is in your environment, so it's in outside influences. So it could also be someone around you. Sometimes being a knight, it means it's a younger man. Someone around you who is impulsive, is making impulsive decisions. So either way, either it's you or it's someone in your environment. And again, the advice is don't be impulsive. Don't just rush into something. Just take a breath, take a moment and really think about it. You still might run in, like these people still need saving, so that's okay. But it's how you do it and when you do it and think it through before you do it. Okay? Right, next up we've got the hopes or fears, and we got the Queen of Cups. Now she is just beautiful. She is love and wisdom, she's intelligent, she's warm, she's loving, and she's the Queen of Cups, and Cups is emotions. So as you can see, surrounded by water as well, which is emotions. She's got a lot of beautiful gifts and a lot of love to give. So this in your hopes and fears, to me, this is really about where you want to be, the person that you really are, and to let that shine through. Right, and so then we have the outcome. The outcome's interesting. You've got the Six of Pentacles with the Hierophant. So the Six of Pentacles is about having enough wealth, enough financial abundance that you're able to share it. So this could be, you know, someone in your family is having a bit of a hard time, like this person, and you're able to help them. So it's having enough abundance coming in that you're able to be generous and to help the people that you love. And it's with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is sort of a wise teacher. To me, he's like, you know, he's like a spirit guide in that he's someone who has your best interest at heart, and is here to share his spiritual wisdom with you. He holds the keys as well, as you can see. So that may be you and you're helping someone else, or it could be that you're going to receive advice from someone that you trust, who gives you advice on this situation and how best to handle it. It's interesting, you've also got the Tower here in the fortune cards, and the Tower basically in these cards, it's still about change, but it's about protection and destiny. So what this card tells me is this whole spread, that all the changes that are happening right now and the things that are happening are destined. They're meant to be. And because they're destined and because they're meant to be, you are always guided and you are always protected. So this card is really a beautiful, beautiful card from Spirit, telling you, so even though the change is big and you may struggle a little bit to go with it, just don't resist, have faith that the outcome is actually really beautiful and that you will be protected on this journey. It's interesting too, the overall card, the fourth card that I chose, you got the anchor. Now, the anchor is like it sounds. When a ship's out at sea, they drop the anchor. So this is basically Spirit telling you that you will find safe harbor and you will drop your anchor, and that is exactly where you're meant to be. It's interesting looking at these cards too, again, now that I've seen the whole spread. This situation with someone needing help, it might actually be, if it's not you, it might actually be a child or a partner, because to me, some of this energy feels like a parent worrying about their child who may be financially struggling or emotionally struggling and needs a hand. But either way, you get the anchor, so you end up in a safe place, exactly where you were meant to be and protected. Okay, so that's number 2. Okay, so let's move on to number 3. Okay. Number 3. Reading for number 3. So for number 3, we've chosen the strawberry quartz right here. And it's interesting, actually, all of these crystals are to do with the heart chakra. That was not intentional. They're just the ones that I was drawn to today. But the strawberry quartz, it promotes love, emotional healing, joy, and spiritual expansion. So this is a really good one for meditation and energy work. If you're doing any heart chakra work, any of these stones would be great. This one's more for forgiveness, but for this one, it really is a beautiful spiritual stone. So it's for spiritual growth as well. So that's called strawberry quartz, if you want to look it up. And it would be great to have in your home, in your bedroom, anywhere you meditate. Put one in your handbag, or you can wear it as jewelry. Okay, number 3. Let's have some cards for number 3. Okay, that one wants to come. 3 cards for number 3. Just one more. Please, Spirit, one more card. 10. We're also going to do the fortune cards. And we're going to pick 4 of these. Just gives it another layer to it. A bit more in-depth meaning. 2. And 3. Okay, one more, please. One more. Okay, that one definitely wants to come, so we're going to go with that. Okay, number 3. Let's see what we've got. 1, 2. Wow, you got it all going on, number 3. Let's see what you've got. Lots of doorways. Okay. That's good. All right. Okay, so let's see what's happening for number 3. So first up here, we've got the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is someone who, she's the Queen of Thought. Swords always mean thought. Now, the thing about that is she's very logical. She's very in her mind. The problem with that sometimes is because she's like that, in the past she may have been hurt, maybe had some heartbreak, had some loss. And because of that, she can become quite bitter, or she uses logic to get around emotion, if that makes sense. So if you've been really badly hurt in the past, what this card basically is saying is don't let that stop you opening your heart again in the future. Don't become someone who just lives in thought and logic. We all need love. We all need emotion. So don't be the one that puts up walls so high that you don't get that. So to me, that's really what the Queen of Swords is saying. And it's really interesting because next to it is the basket of flowers. And the basket of flowers means happiness. It means joy and that life is good. So the way I would take it is that there is a lot of beauty. There is a lot of happiness to be had. Don't close yourself down to it. I think that's probably the easiest way to say it. Okay, so in the middle here, we've got the Knight of Cups crossed by Justice. So the Knight of Cups, so this card is very much about a situation that is going to change. So it's something that's been stuck and it's going to change quite quickly. Because he's a knight, it's also, he's bringing news as well. basically, whatever this situation is that's been stuck, it's going to move forward. And because of that, that's going to make you really happy or it's going to make you really sad. There will be some sort of emotional reaction, and it's crossed with justice. Now, justice is all about basically legal documents. So, for example, if whatever this decision is, whatever this change is, it might impact signing a lease, signing a contract. Like maybe it's a new job and you're signing a contract for that. I'm not sure, but whatever the situation is, whatever this change is, it comes with like legal paperwork basically. So that's at the center of your reading. Now the card that goes with that is this one over here. And this is you in this situation. So this is basically saying that yes, there will be conflict. Yes, you'll have to fight for what you want. And there may be a struggle, but you will be successful. Like you will come out the other side with this real feeling of achievement, with this feeling like I've battled through and I kept on going and believed in myself, and there is success at the end, overcoming it all. So that's in this situation, so whatever this change is. Now beneath you is the Three of Swords. Not my favorite card. Basically what this card means is anxiety and heartbreak. So whatever this situation is that changes, whatever's been stuck and now moves, it will actually cause some tears. This could be a relationship that has kind of been stuck in a holding pattern for ages and hasn't been great, but hasn't moved. And then suddenly it shifts, and with the relief of something toxic being over also comes the sadness of moving on, the heartbreak, all of that stuff that goes with it. If it's not you, if it's someone around you, then you may feel the pain for them as well. So that's the Three of Swords. Now above you is the Fox. Now the Fox is someone who can be quite sly. So it's either to do with this situation, or it could also be a message to you to basically use your wisdom, be tactful, be kind of sly and quiet. Like don't tell the whole truth in a situation. Not everyone needs to know everything. So it's either a fox around you creating a bit of grief, or it's saying to you, look, just be wise, observe, but don't jump in, and be careful of the words you say. The Knight of Rods is above you. So we did this one. This is about making decisions. It could be a new home. It could be going on a journey. Whatever it is, it's basically saying to you, just have faith, don't give up. Next up, you've got the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is a little bit about illusion and delusion. It's about things being presented to you, and they do look too good to be true. And that's because, quite honestly, most of it is too good to be true. Sometimes, though, in these cups is one path, one cup, one option that is exactly what you've been hoping for, exactly what you've been hoping to manifest. So the confusion comes in which one is it? So my advice with this card, so this is the energy coming in, is that you're going to be left with a whole bunch of options and you're not quite sure which one to take. Before you jump into anything, have a look at each one carefully. Don't get caught up in some scheme that's too good to be true, or something that honestly deep down you know that it's not true, you know that it's false, but it's something that you want to hear. So you go for it. Okay, now you've got the Ace of Swords. Aces are always doorways. You've got the Swords, which is sort of logic and thought. Now, this card here basically means that there will be a decision made. That decision needs to be made on more of a logical, like really think it through kind of basis. Do not let your emotions make this decision for you, okay? That's in your environment. So that's outside influences. It could be another person around you who is making that decision, and that then affects you, but it's outside you. All right, so your hopes and fears. So I think it's more hope. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Now, aces are always doorways. So the Ace of Pentacles is a doorway to a new opportunity. It could be a reward, a goal. Sometimes it's even a birth. It could be a literal birth, or the birth of a business, a birth of something new. It's the birth of something in the material world, and you're walking through this doorway. So to me, it feels like the decisions that you're making could be to do with money, could be to do with work, with business, and you're hoping for this new doorway. So here it is. Now, the outcome is that you walk through this new doorway and you end up somewhere really beautiful. You end up in your castle with the garland of flowers. And basically what that's saying to you is that the outcome is going to be a beautiful, calm, positive time. Your home will be important. You'll have that grounding and peace and harmony. So it's a really, I mean, you couldn't get better, really. It's a beautiful card to end on. And you've got the fortune card that goes with it is destiny. So this card is the card of fate and destiny. What this card is saying is no matter what is happening, all of these changes here as you move forward, that the universe has your back, that what's going on is fate, it's on your path, it's meant to be, and because it's on your path, you're going to be protected at the highest level. So that's actually really beautiful. If this is a relationship breakup or a job change or something like that, then there's going to be some tears here. But honestly, things will shift and move, and there's going to be so many beautiful opportunities ahead that you'll understand why it happened that way. Now, the outcome is the anchor. So the anchor is what it sounds like. It's an anchor. So when a ship is on rough seas, when it doesn't want to be tipped over by the waves or drift off course, it drops the anchor. So this is basically saying that where you end up, the overall theme that your guides want you to know is that you'll soon be in safe harbor. You'll be somewhere where you want to drop the anchor, and that's where you'll be safe. So that is actually a beautiful card to end on. So that is the picker readings for 1, 2, and 3, and I really, really hope that you've enjoyed it today and that you've gotten some wisdom and some hope, and you know to take some faith as well. So yeah, I really hope this has helped you. Please like and subscribe and leave a message in the comments.